Sure, welcome back. Let's do some business stories now. Some freight forwarders are raising concerns about Ghana's move to join other ECOWAS countries to implement the common external tariff regime. Now, the move, they claim, could spell doom for the maritime industry as trade would be diverted to other competitive ports in the sub-region.
Ghana had enjoyed free trade for 40 years. Under the regime, customs used the national tariff to evaluate goods for payment at the country's ports. In 2006, Ghana and other ECOWAS countries in the maritime industry agreed to implement a common external tariff to make the port more competitive and build a common custom community. Ghana was expected to begin on January 1 this year.
When it comes to the Francophone countries, we know they already had an agreement like that already. They had a common external tariff, so it wasn't new.
Been trained, including 800 freight forwarders and stakeholders, but many still have concerns.
If I need $2,000 to clear in Ghana, now I need $1,500 to clear in Nigeria. Why won't I go to Nigeria and clear? So my customer will want to go to Nigeria and clear, transport it by road to Ghana. Now I'll lose my client. Ghana will also lose revenue. The population of Lagos alone is bigger than the whole Ghana. And we are going to compete with Nigeria for the same client on the same sub-region. Be very careful about the implementation so we don't lose out.
Maritime experts say although importers would benefit under the new regime, port authorities will now have to be more competitive to mobilize revenue.
The Executive Director of the Africa Center for Energy Policy, Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam, has questioned the economic sense of the Sankofa gas project agreement. He explained that it would not offer the country value for money, as the price of which Ghana will buy the gas generated from the project is higher than the world average.
According to the AGI president, the cedi depreciated to the dollar by over 36% by the close of June this year. But just within the first 2 weeks of July, the cedi appreciated by 21% against the US dollar, noting that presently it has started declining against the dollar. He said the unpredictability of the cedi is killing businesses.
What is really important is managing these sort of extreme situations of the currency we have experienced in the past, few months. It is very worrying. That's why AGI was very emphatic that until we are able to check the volatility of the cedi, the ups and downs, which we have referred to it as the seesaw approach, to the cedi in terms of business transactions, it is so worrying to industry.
The business barometer indicator is an average proprietary tool to measure the level of confidence in the business environment. The business confidence in the second quarter inched up to 87.9 points from 85 points, a figure the AGI executives described as being below the average business confidence mark of 100 points. CEO of the AGI, Sechu Makwabua, said businesses expressed low confidence in the petroleum deregulation and the BOG measures to cushion the Ghana cedi.
And if you have the international price of fuel, for example, changing, people want to see it impacted on the fuel they buy in the country. So if international price, for example, dropped from 100 to 50, they were expecting, that kind of drop. So we asked, are you sure that the deregulation policy will help you achieve that result? As at the time, they said they were not too sure about it.
Meanwhile, the AGI President James Asari has criticized the central bank governor for his inability to stabilize the cedi. Speaking on the second quarter AGI Business Barometer report, the AGI President described the current Bank of Ghana measure as a seesaw approach that is denying the business community of an effective pricing mechanism. Let's go to the central region now, where the Vice President Pakwesi Emisa Arthur has laid the foundation stone for the construction of the Atta Mills College of Fisheries to be located at Anomabo in the Central Region. The first batch of students will commence school in October 2016.
A promise made by Professor Mills with presidential approval given to a steering committee in May 2011. The National Fisheries College is seeing progress. The second in the West African sub-region, the Fisheries College will be a satellite campus of the University of Cape Coast, offering diploma, certificates, degree and postgraduate courses. Teaching will be in both English and Twi to favor fisher folks. Fishing constitutes a significant source of livelihood, with the sector generating more than $1 billion in revenue each year and accounting for at least 4.5% of Ghana's GDP. Losses during bumper harvest and inadequate catch as a result of unfavorable practices has affected the sector in recent times. Fisher folks are to be equipped with latest methods in fishing. Under the project, 22 different activities, including improved infrastructure, equipping a fisheries and coastal research laboratory, refurbishing and equipping offices for lectures and technical services, will be provided. Minister of Fisheries and Aquaculture, Sherry Aite, is hopeful the project will change the face of fishing in the country.
Ghana belongs to international bodies, and we are bound to fish with certain international laws. So it is very important that this college will provide both international knowledge, modifications, and also sustain the traditional methods and skills of our industry.
Vice President Parkwesi Mr. Arthur, laying the stone, said the establishment of the college will lead to a new fishing culture in the country. He reiterated the commitment of government in revamping the fishing industry.
We have, through the enactment of Legislative Instrument 1980, LI 1980, we have made pair trawling and the practice of unorthodox fishing methods illegal. We will continue to empower the Ghana Navy and the Marine Division of the Ghana Police Service to ensure that infractions of the legislative instrument are dealt with.
The chiefs called on government to ensure the execution of the project on schedule to offer job opportunities for residents.
We go back to our earlier story. What we brought to you was the Association of Ghana Industries president who was saying that the central bank governor has not been able to manage the cedi to help the cedi stabilize. But to the other story we brought to you about the ASEP, its executive director, Dr. Mohamed Amin, says that he has questioned the economic sense of the Sankofa gas project.
The Sankofa gas project, approved by Parliament on December 12, 2014, is believed to be crucial in addressing the crisis in the country's energy sector, as it will supply gas to generate 1,000 megawatts of clean power. Executive Director of ASEP, Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam, said the average price for a cubic meter of gas is about 19 cedis, and questioned why government negotiated for 34 cedis, 20 pesos under the Sankofa gas project. He also questioned the rationale behind government negotiating for 5 different sovereign guarantees under the sale of gas from the Sankofa project if the risk profile has gone down.
The term sheet, governing the contract requires GNPC to commit fully 55% of their share of oil revenues to a sinking fund. In fact, they call it an escrow account. And that is what will be used to pay for gas sold to Ghana by E&I. The gas sales contract is for a period of 22 years. But GNPC is only allowed to be capitalized by the law for 15 years, starting from the day the law was passed. And so they have 10 years more to be capitalized from oil revenues. Now, if you have a contract which guarantees that GNPC will put their share of oil money for the next 22 years, GNPC will not have money after 10 years from today. So effectively, this violates the Petroleum Revenue Management Law.
To ensure accountability and transparency in the oil and gas industry, ASEP, in collaboration with a software developer, PenPlusByte, has launched an online platform, Our Oil Money. According to the Deputy Executive Director, Benjamin Boache, the online platform, among other things, is to help citizens track management of oil resources from drilling to revenue spending.
I think PIAC has a very huge mandate under the law. First of all, to monitor the oil and gas revenues that are coming in, receipt and allocation and disbursement, to make sure that we're utilizing our oil revenues well. They also have a responsibility to engage citizens on, what they think we should use our oil revenues for. So this platform is going to help PIAC to engage the citizens of Ghana.
The website will be handed over after a year to the Public Interest and Accountability Committee, PIAC. PIAC serves as a bridge between managers of oil and gas and the citizens.
That's it for business.